Welcome to today's explainer. Look, if you're staring at an empty wallet right now and feeling completely stuck, trust me, you are in the exact right place. It is incredibly frustrating when you've got the drive and the ambition, but your bank account is just sitting at a flat zero. But what if I told you that an empty wallet isn't the end of your story, but actually the very beginning? Today, we're breaking down exactly how you can go from zero to hero in the business world, and we're going to focus specifically on the incredible opportunities available right now in Pakistan.
So be honest with yourself for a second. Are you worried looking at those empty pockets? It's so easy to buy into this age-old myth that business is, this exclusive club strictly reserved for the already wealthy. We've all been there, thinking that without millions of rupees, you can't build a massive enterprise. But by the end of our explainer today, I promise you'll have concrete, actionable ways to start building real wealth with zero or at least extremely low initial investment. We are absolutely going to shatter that myth today.
To do that, though, we need to completely reframe your mindset. When you see a zero in your bank account, you probably think of a dead end. You think it literally means nothing. But actually, scratch that. Zero is simply your starting point. It's the baseline of your hero's journey. Think about it. Starting from zero means you have absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. It totally strips away the fear of losing massive capital and forces you to be creative, resilient, and resourceful. So it's definitely not an excuse to give up. It's the ultimate blank slate.
Okay, let's dive straight into our roadmap for this explainer. We'll start with the zero investment mindset, move into 5 specific zero investment business ideas, go over some common mistakes to avoid, and finish up with your daily action plan.
All right, kicking things off with part 1, the zero investment mindset.
Before you even start looking for a business model, we have to talk about perspective. If you don't have money, you cannot see that as a roadblock. Use it as your primary motivation. The hunger that comes from starting with nothing, that is a massive competitive advantage that a comfortable, well-funded competitor just doesn't have. Because in today's digital world, skills are the real currency. 20 years ago, sure, capital was the only currency. You needed a physical store, physical inventory, physical marketing. But today, the internet has completely democratized business. If you possess a valuable skill, or honestly, if you're just willing to learn one, you possess capital. Your time, your internet connection, and your ability to solve problems, those are worth their weight in gold.
Moving right along to part 2, 5 zero investment business ideas. Now, before we get to the actual list, just think about this for a second. Did you know Pakistan is currently the 4th largest freelancing hub in the entire world? Just think about the magnitude of that. The market infrastructure is totally already there. The global demand for talent from this region is proven. Millions of people are already carving out their slice of the pie, so why not you? And that brings us perfectly to idea number 1, freelancing and digital services. The earning potential here is massive. We're talking anywhere from $500 to over $3,000 a month once you really scale up. And how do you do it? By offering services like content writing, graphic design, video editing, or even virtual assistants on platforms like Upwork and Fiverr. You don't need to rent an office, and there's zero commute. You literally just need your laptop, a solid internet connection, and your skill. You're directly trading your expertise for a global currency. All right, idea number 2 is reselling. Think about traditional retail for a minute. It meant buying piles of inventory and spending your weekends drowning in cardboard boxes and packing tape. Expensive, exhausting, and honestly a logistical nightmare. But today, apps like Markaz and Zarya have completely flipped the script. They offer zero inventory business models. You simply pick a product on their app, add your own profit margin, and market it on WhatsApp or Facebook. When a customer actually buys something, the app handles all the delivery and packing. You invest exactly 0 rupees to get this started. Idea number 3 is a really fun one, YouTube automation, which is also known as creating faceless channels. This is phenomenal for long-term passive income. And the best part? You don't even have to put your face on camera. You can use modern AI tools to generate scripts, voiceovers, and visuals for really highly searched niches like technology, finance, or history. You earn through YouTube AdSense and eventually brand sponsorships. But remember, and this is absolutely crucial, you've got to commit to consistency and high-quality content for at least the first 6 months before expecting life-changing returns. Patience is definitely your best friend here. Idea number 4 taps into an industry that literally never slows down in Pakistan: education. Online tutoring is a massive zero investment opportunity. If you've got expertise in math, English, coding, or the sciences, you can teach right from your living room. You can target highly motivated groups like O and A-level students or competitive exam aspirants. It's as simple as teaching via Zoom or Google Meet, or you can register on global platforms like Preply and TeacherOn to find students all over the world. Wrapping up our list, idea number 5 is dropshipping and e-commerce. Similar to reselling, this model lets you completely skip the massive costs of setting up a physical storefront. You just set up a digital store on Shopify or Daraz, you list products, maybe local clothing, handmade crafts, or trending organic goods. And when an order comes in, your supplier ships it directly to the customer. The investment here is incredibly minimal. You might just need to buy a domain name and set aside a tiny budget for some initial social media marketing.
Okay, let's pivot to part 3. Common mistakes to avoid. Look, we've just covered 5 incredible avenues, but I want to be real with you, it's not all smooth sailing. Because the barrier to entry is so low, it's super easy to fall into some pretty dangerous traps. To survive that initial growth phase, here are 3 things you must avoid. First, ignore get-rich-quick schemes. If someone promises you overnight wealth, run the other way. Real business takes time. Second, do not invest a single rupee into marketing or domains without doing thorough market research first. You have to know your audience. And third, probably the most important, never break your consistency. Whether you're uploading YouTube videos or pitching freelance clients, losing momentum will kill your business outright. Results take time, and staying consistent is the only way you'll get there.
So, the crucial question is, how do you actually begin? That brings us to part 4, your daily action plan. Let's face it, information without execution is totally useless. I don't want you leaving this explainer feeling motivated but confused about what to do next. So, here is a highly actionable 4-step blueprint you can put into practice today. Step 1, identify your skill. What are you actually good at, or what are you willing to learn? Step 2, choose a platform that matches that skill. Fiverr, Markaz, YouTube, pick one and just focus. Step 3, and this one is non-negotiable, folks. Dedicate 2 to 3 hours daily to this. Mentally commit to that time block right now. Turn off your phone, ignore the TV, and just work. Finally, step 4, keep learning and adapting. The digital world changes fast, and you've got to evolve right along with it. As we start to wrap things up, I really want you to keep this in mind. Building wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. You're embarking on a long-term hero's journey here. Please don't get discouraged if you don't see massive results in week 1 or even month 1. You are laying down the bricks for a foundation that can eventually support total financial independence. Just manage your expectations, stay the course, and keep running that marathon. All right, that brings us to the end of our explainer. But before we go, I want to hear directly from you. Which of these 5 business ideas suits you the best? Are you leaning towards freelancing, dropshipping, maybe becoming a YouTube creator? Let's get a conversation going in the comments below and hold each other accountable. If you found this breakdown valuable, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss our future guides on turning your ideas into reality. Now get out there, put in those 2 to 3 hours today, and I'll see you in the next explainer.